Yeah, fellas, welcome to the show. Brother, I wanted to put the show out there because I think it's important and not worth waiting till Monday for. I want my vision back to writing, hey, Player Supreme, the 17-year-old brother that sent you the message a week ago, titled My Story, and sent me this long-ass book. They also sent me another long one here, but I think it's important enough to read and share with you. I told you my experience with women throughout my middle and high school years. It seems like he attracts older women for some reason. And I'm not sure what's going on, why, but he says, during a time period at school, he locked eyes with a woman about 10 feet away. It lasted about 30 seconds, and then he went up to her and started talking to her. Okay, so this is basically a teacher. And then there's another woman that he ran into. A lot of guys like to write to me every little detailed, finalized thing of what happened. I don't give a fuck about that. Like, they'll send me what she said and then what I said back to her type of shit. I don't give a fuck about that. Just wasting my time reading. But this brother didn't do that. He just wrote what happened and all that kind of stuff. How, this girl bumped into him, he believes deliberately and stuff like that. Here's my thing. And he's asking, is it worth it? He writes, I understand the possibility of them getting caught, losing their teaching license, getting registered as a sex offender, and facing jail time. And he says, I definitely want to sleep with these women, and I'm definitely receiving clear shooting signals. Knowing all this, should I drop it all? Okay, here's the thing. When you have a grown-ass adult that's lustering after children, that means they got a quirk in their head, male or female, okay? You mess with quirky people, you will get quirky results, period. Like out here, there's been several cases right around the corner from me of grown-ass women messing with kids. One was a grown-ass adult, the kid was 12. You guys probably heard about it in the paper. Actually, most of you guys are pretty young. This happened about 10, 15 years ago, somewhere there. Grown-ass teacher messing with a 12-year-old, had his babies and shit. Okay, that's a one with quirks in their head. Okay, basically they're imbalanced. All right. Am I saying it's right for men to do it? No, I'm not. Kids are kids. Leave the children alone. And you're a child. 17, you're not quite of legal age yet. So my point is, you mess with quirky people, you will get quirky results. Okay? You mess up with fucked up people, you will get some fucked up results. There's no change in it. All right. Next, third nipple. You guys have some quirky names also. You call yourselves. I want my vision back. Third nipple. That's some quirky shit right there to begin with. No wonder why you guys attract quirky things in your lives. He's writing, hey man, I really enjoy reading your lessons because it's quite appealing and entertaining. But I have some questions about certain things. But first, just to let you know, I'm a junior in high school, and I really can't give you any advice there, fellow. Okay, but I'll go ahead and read your message, see what you're saying. And I just feel like trying out your method of getting your life story, but I'm worried they might get too attached. I've unknowingly done it before and just realized after how powerful it is because they won't stop texting you later, haha. I'm just wondering if, in your opinion, that making a girl be interested in you is or isn't a good idea. Okay, well, for you fellas out there, grown adults who are wondering about this, as a player, my goal was to get them interested in me. Okay, I don't have any weird quirks in my head where I don't want, intimacy. I don't have a fear of intimacy and all that kind of stuff. And that's all I can say on that subject, because I don't really want to give kids advice. I did want to advise a young fellow earlier that, be careful going down that path. Okay? So for those guys who are young, don't write me unless you're over 18. I don't want to go to jail for offering advice to a child in this country. Period. Hello, Player Supreme. First of all, I want to say thanks for your videos. They are really helpful. I wanted to ask you, what do American girls think about foreign guys, because I haven't seen American girls dating foreign guys. And it's hard for me to date American girls, too, since I'm a foreigner. Please do a video on that. And his screen name is FK. So I don't know if he is Australian or what. Depends on what type of foreigner you are. Okay. If you tend to be a foreigner of the Arabic nationality, then it's going to be harder for you in the game. Also, I have seen that it's harder for Russians, in my own experience, out here in California, because of the thick accents, because of where they're from. This country was in a Cold War against Russia for a long time, and parental figures haven't forgotten that, people my generation. So if we have kids, we kind of pass that fear and stuff like that onto the Russian nationality. Also, whenever they show Russians in TV, now they're the new gangsters now in the movies and all that kind of stuff. So they've got a, not necessarily a good stigma. Don't write me about it. That's just what I've observed. If you're Russian, okay. I've also seen guys on So Suave where Russian complain also. I think the Russians have the deepest voices around, and that they have more manly voices than any other Caucasian race that I know of. Okay. So, they got it going as far as balls, but that accent, and I don't want to put the Russian language down, but it's not one of the romance languages. It doesn't sound, to my ear only, this is just my own opinion, it doesn't sound smooth. Like Portuguese sounds real chopped up, where Spanish flows, French flows. So it's one of those guttural types of languages, like German, hard German tends to be like, mein Gott! Herr Fraulein, Herr Frau. It sounds like you when you say it, you want to yell it. It sounds angry. Versus whatever Arnold is, what is that? Austrian, yeah. Austrian tends to sound more smooth and fluid. Okay, but that's just my own opinion. Okay, I don't know what the world thinks. So depends on what kind of nationality you are. I think if you're like French or unfortunately, here in California, Spanish, people who speak Spanish aren't necessarily at the top, but English, people with English accents, people with French accents, they tend to get better results because of the accents. Ooh, I'm from France. Vive la France. That kind of thing. Pepe Le Pew accent. Oh, my little girl. So anyway, Irish accents, they tend to sound a little bit too guttural out here in California. Hey, laddie, there's a bit of Irish in all of us. The Scottish does well too, but those kind of accents are just, they're okay, they do fine, but not necessarily superb, okay? So it depends on where you are and what type of accent you have, is what I've noticed. That may not be the truth out there, but that's what I've noticed, okay? Next one. Hey, Supreme, why do you think... No, wait, let me stop. What do you think of men with accents?
An accent can be sexy, like you said. It depends on the accent.
Yeah. I'm Spetsnaz.
Huh?
I'm Russian. Does that sound sexy? I'm going to fuck you.
That sounds harsh to me.
I'm Russian. I'm Spetsnaz. Yeah. How about this one? We are killing the girl of the man. Sign the important papers. Hitler. Frau. Does that sound sexy?
Not really.
I think some languages are made for romance, and some languages are like made for giving orders. It depends on the society that created the language. I don't see, no offense against my German listeners, I don't see Germans as being, the top lovers of the world. Whereas, we study history, we see the Latin lovers, and the Italians, and we see the Spaniards, all that kind of stuff. The English have their cultured, stick up the ass accent. Harry Potter. That type of thing.
Say they're ours.
Yeah, they don't. A lot of them don't use their R's. I was kind of surprised with the English accent how they don't use the R. Harry Potter. And I just heard one the other day they weren't using the T's. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter a lot. That one guy, he didn't use his T's or R's. So anyway, interesting. Accents to me, I love accents myself. I love listening to them. Let's go on. Hey Supreme, why do you think the most men like to wear black clothes, dark clothes? Does it make them look more powerful and manly? What do girls think about this? All dark can't be good, but there's a bit dark. Does it make you more manly? That's a good question. I used to like to wear all dark clothes myself. And I cannot answer that. I felt good in all dark clothes, all black. It made me, I guess you could say, feel more powerful. But my favorite shirt was actually a gold shirt that got me more attention. I just saw the same shirt when I was reviewing one fella's video footage when I went to Burning Man. I was wearing that same gold shirt. I think black for women, they like it because it makes them look slimmer, and it's supposed to be sexier. Okay. I don't necessarily think it's more powerful because blue is actually your power color. Finding the right blue, and blue, I do feel the power of blue. So I don't know. What do women think of black, men in all black? We think of it as, the movies kind of modernize it or romanticize, the guy all in black. He's considered cool. Like the vampires all wear black and they kind of float through the room. So I think some of that is coming out of Hollywood. What is your impression on that?
Well, what I know of color is, and men, is a lot of times men are afraid of color because they don't know what color is going to look good on them. And as I always state to the guys that I've helped with color analysis and so forth, black is not for everyone. Some people look good in black, but not everyone looks good in black.
True. I was surprised. I thought everybody could wear black, but then I learned that it's a winter color, right?
You can wear, it's in the winter palette. Yeah. You can wear black if it's not in your palette. You can wear black as long as you're wearing a color that is in your palette along with it. For example, a black jacket with a colorful shirt. But if you're wearing all black and color's not in your palette, it's not going to look good on you. It's not going to compliment you.
And I'm a summer because, why am I a summer?
Because of your eye color.
Just because of that? The blue in my eye?
Yeah, and the tone of your skin too. Part of the tone of your skin.
See, I'm a summer, and I'm not supposed to wear all black like that. Whereas, it's kind of interesting, listening to Jovina's appointments. There's a lot of Asian fellows came out in winters, right? But I've seen some Asian guys come out as summers and springs. But I used to, complain about Asian guys are wearing all white or the whole black white scheme. But I realize now from Jovina that actually fits many of their color palette. But you got to know which your color palette is, because I've seen some Asian guys who are not winters, because of the black hair and the pale skin, all that kind of stuff. I guess that fits the color palette, but not every Asian fellow falls in that one. But I have noticed in listening to Jovina's appointments, there are more winters and autumns than there are springs and summers.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Because I haven't really...
I was born in the summertime too. I was trying to see if there's a correlation between when you were born and what your color is. And I haven't really found a pattern there yet.
There really isn't.
Yeah. Because some of the people that were winters, I think were born in different times. So
summers and springs tend to have fair hair and...
So it depends on your
it's a combination
your
of
family
and
genes.
color
And,
too. Yeah.
So anyway, I'm sorry I can't really answer that question thoroughly for you, but I hope this helps you and you fellas good luck out there.